What's going on, guys? It's Machanga back with another video. Now, I normally review laptops that are geared towards everyday casual users, but I've gotten quite a few requests to review some gaming laptops. I wanted to start with a gaming laptop that not only looks great, but is being offered for a great price. This is the Lenovo Legion 5, which is the AMD model, but I'll also link the Intel variant with the RTX 2060 below if you want to check that one out. Performance is going to be comparable between the two, but all of the links will be posted below for those that want to compare specs and check prices. So let's go over those specs. My machine is running the AMD Ryzen 7 4800H processor with the Nvidia GTX 1650 Ti. We have 16 gigs of DDR4 Ram, and that's the max that this laptop will accept. There's 512 gigs of NVMe storage, but you can configure it with less to save money. If you don't mind sticking with 8 gigs of RAM and the Ryzen 5 processor, you can buy this gaming laptop for around $900. All models come with a 15.6-inch Full HD display, but there are several options for brightness and refresh rate that I'll talk about in a moment. Since gaming is the primary focus for most of you considering this laptop, I suggest going with the 144Hz refresh rate like the one I'm using here. Like I mentioned, you can get this Legion 5 with either Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7. I know a lot of gaming laptops have some really interesting gamer-focused designs, but I love that this laptop looks minimal and modern. It's ABS plastic, but it doesn't look or feel cheap at all. Lenovo calls this color Phantom Black, and I have no complaints. I could easily take this into any office environment if I wanted to use it for work and not stand out. At 5.07 pounds or 2.3 kilograms, this is clearly not in Ultrabook territory, but no one expects that in a true gaming laptop that's built for performance. The hinge on this feels robust and durable. Overall, the build feels like it would stand up to heavy use. Let's take a look at the ports we get. On the left side, there's a single USB 3.1 Gen 1 port that's always on, and the headphone microphone combo jack. On the right, there's another USB Type-A port, but majority of the ports can be found on the back of the device. We have the USB-C port that supports display out, the power port, a HDMI port, 2 more USB 3.1 ports, and a gigabit Ethernet port. As with every other Ryzen laptop, there's no Thunderbolt 3 here, but that's no big deal to me. I may have already mentioned this, but I love the overall design of this laptop. I can game without my machine screaming gamer. The Legion logo is nice and it has this light reflecting little shimmer to it that I like. Due to the weight, this isn't a travel laptop I personally would carry around in my backpack to school every day, but if you're wondering, it does fit just fine. I typically use headphones when I'm playing most games, and luckily, there's Dolby Audio headphone support on this unit. But the Legion 5 also has a 2-watt Harman Kardon speaker system. They sound good enough for non-pro level gaming and watching YouTube videos. This is a 15.6-inch display with a 16:9 aspect ratio and a resolution of 1920 by 1080. It's a great panel with accurate colors and deep blacks. At just over 300 nits of brightness, I feel it's a comfortable level of brightness for most users. It's anti-glare, so reflections haven't been an issue for me. With Dolby Vision and 100% sRGB coverage, this is a great device for editing photos and videos. So in addition to gaming, if you use Photoshop, Lightroom, Davinci Resolve, or Premiere Pro, you won't be disappointed with this screen. This panel has a 144Hz refresh rate, which is awesome for gaming. It really looks great. If you want to save a few coins though, you can get a standard 60Hz panel or even 120Hz, but keep in mind with the 120Hz screen, the brightness goes down to 250 nits. If it fits within your budget, definitely go for the 144. The bezels on 3 of the 4 sides are not obtrusive and they're fairly slim. Up top, we get a 720p webcam with integrated mics and a physical privacy shutter. The quality is much like other laptops in this class and it's sufficient for video chats. If you want to stream while you're gaming, you might want to use an external webcam or even a camera. There are some pretty affordable options and I'll link them below. The main thing I like is the physical switch for covering the webcam when you're not using it. Every laptop should have this feature, period. Another great feature included on this laptop, just like many other Lenovo laptops, is the button to mute the microphone. I know it's a simple thing, but I've grown used to having it on my workstation, so I'm happy to see it here. Since we're looking at the keyboard, let me just say it's a good typing experience and it has a number pad. Most of you that decide to purchase this laptop though, you won't really be interested in just typing. Lenovo calls this their Legion True Strike keyboard, so you get some gaming-oriented performance like 100% anti-ghosting and 1.5mm key travel. So you get a nice deep stroke with equal force in every strike. You get the dedicated media keys, the number pad I mentioned, and larger arrow keys for ease of use. You have the option of just white backlighting or the 4-zone RGB backlight. The trackpad is a nice size and it's mylar material. There aren't any dedicated buttons on this trackpad, but that's a good thing for gaming laptops. It's multi-touch, smooth, and it's been responsive in my testing. The main reason to consider this laptop is obviously for the gaming performance. I played several games and ran some performance benchmarks on this Ryzen laptop. My unit is running the AMD Ryzen 4800H processor, so we have 8 cores and 16 threads, along with the Nvidia GTX 1650 Ti. I ran this machine in high performance mode most of the time, and it didn't ever get too hot to the touch, and the fans were reasonably loud, not annoyingly loud. It's super easy to switch between the different modes like hybrid or quiet just using the keyboard shortcuts. There's even an LED on the power button that lets you know, depending on the color, which mode you're in. Pretty cool stuff from Lenovo. If you want to access the different modes via software, of course, we still get Lenovo Vantage. I feel like the cooling system does a good job keeping everything cool enough to avoid constant thermal throttling. Unlike some of the Ultrabooks I've reviewed, you do have access to the SSD, the Wi-Fi card, and the RAM on this laptop. If you decide to grab the 8GB model and you want to upgrade to 16 gigs down the road, you can do that. The battery in this laptop is 60 watt-hours, which isn't the largest on the market. I'm getting just under 4 hours of battery life, but there is an option for a larger 80 watt-hour battery if you don't need the SATA drive. You will have to configure that on the website though. As far as charging goes, you can get from 0 to 50% charge in around 30 minutes with Rapid Charge Pro. When you're not gaming and you're just typing up a paper or watching Netflix, you can squeeze a bit more out of the battery. So, do I recommend the 2020 Lenovo Legion 5? Yes, but I definitely suggest catching it on sale if you're looking at the higher spec models like this one, and especially the Intel variant. The cost increases quickly once you start adding features. Games run great and as expected on this machine, but if you're not just a gamer, you can get some really great performance out of this in the productivity category as well. Programming or coding, working from home, completing school assignments, streaming, video editing. There's a pretty long list for those who can benefit from using a laptop like this one. In my opinion, it looks sleek and modern, but it packs a punch under the hood. If you're looking at buying a gaming laptop or a laptop that offers good performance for other tasks, what are some of the features that matter most to you? So that's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you feel like it, jump down in the comment section and let me know you like it. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you tap the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I post new content. It's been a pleasure sharing with you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.